this is kind of but I think it aligns because a lot of the time when we're talking about like sort of influencing decisions, trying to get people to move and that it comes back to change, right? And so old change management ways, we used to think the best change makers were people with the best process, right? Like
Mhm.
that they had a good system, a good process, that they were really good at sort of saying, okay, here's the old system, here's A, B, C, D, E, F, G to move to the new system, and that they were best at managing the process. That it was almost like a project management type concept. But what we now know and where the new research sits is actually not in that, but it's actually in the fact that it's actually the most emotionally intelligent leaders who are the best change makers
Mhm.
because they're better at managing the emotions of the change. Because in
Mhm.
change, when we think about the change curve that happens, typically the change stops happening when the emotions get really high, which is at the highest friction point because, okay, I can get on board. You give me all the reasons. Cool. Yeah, I'm in. And then I start to work on it with you. I'm like, okay, I'm in, but the emotions getting a little bit higher. Then, like, we get to the point of actual execution. We now
Mhm.
start the change. But now there's a whole bunch of friction points because it's not as easy as it was. It's different than what you told me it was going to be friction, friction, friction. And in those friction points is where emotion is at its highest,
Mhm.
and so the best change leaders are the people who can handle that emotion right
Mhm.
there, because the ones who can't either get angry and
Mhm.
that pushes people backwards or give up because they hate the pressure that's coming. This is too hard, it's too
Right.
hard, it's too hard, and then they go
Mhm.
backwards, right? And but the other option is they power, and it's do it because I said so, do it because it says so. And that's where you start to see huge team turnover in
Mhm.
that window of time, right? Where all of a sudden the team's like, peace out. Good luck with this.
Mhm.
You do it on your own. Let me know how it goes. Right.
Right.
And so I think there's so much connection between emotional intelligence and what we're talking about with this whole power thing